In the start of the movie, we see a man named Max. Max was a police officer before the nuclear war has made the air poisonous and the earth barren, with only a few survivors left. So, after nuclear war, Max was living alone in a world with no army, police, or government. Max has visions of his deceased family. Suddenly he sees a group of people coming towards him, so he drives his car and tries to run away, but then he was captured by those people. They tattoo him with O negative, his blood group, as he is a universal donor. Max realizes he is their slave, but before they can brand him, he escapes, only to be recaptured. All these people work for Immortan Joe, the most powerful man here. He wears a special mask with pipes, which he needs to breathe to stay alive. Immortan Joe lives on a mountaintop, while the weak people live below. He tells them he is their savior and releases water from above, which everyone fights for because of the scarcity. People are constantly dying from hunger and thirst because there was nothing left after the nuclear war. In the next scene, we see a girl named Furiosa, who also works for Immortan Joe. He has sent her to get fuel, but today she has other plans, so she turns her rig east instead. Her crew questions her, but she is the senior-most and her orders cannot be defied, so they follow her. Immortan Joe was seeing all this with his binocular and he gets very angry at Furiosa. He quickly rushes to a chamber where he had kept 5 women as captives to bear his children. When he reaches to his secret chamber, finds them missing and realizes Furiosa has taken them with her. He orders his army, the War Boys, to chase them. The War Boys are eager to die for Immortan Joe. Due to nuclear radiation, they are all sick and need blood, which is why they had captured Max. A very weak war boy who desperately wants to capture Furiosa, but he was sick and needs constant supply of blood. That is why he ties Max to the front of his car. A pipe from Max's body transfers blood to the war boy to give him energy for the battle. Martyrdom is a matter of pride here. Meanwhile, Furiosa enters another tribe's territory. They chase her, and her allies are killed one by one. Immortan Joe's army catches up to them, and a battle breaks out between the two groups. Just before Furiosa can be captured, a massive sandstorm appears. Furiosa drives her rig into the storm, and the war boy, with Max still attached, follows her. He tries to ram his car into hers, planning to blow himself up and stop her, but Max somehow frees himself and grabs his hand. Their cars collide, and the war boy's car flips over. The next morning, the storm has subsided. Max is alive, but the war boy is dead, still chained to him. Max tries to detach himself from his dead body, but he could not break the chains, so he carries him to Furiosa's rig, where the 5 women are also present. Max points a gun at them and asks them to cut his chain. As a girl comes forward to cut the chains, Furiosa attacks Max. When they were fighting, the war boy who was still attached suddenly wakes up. He wants to capture Furiosa to get a reward from Immortan Joe. Max and the war boy overpower Furiosa. The war boy is happy and cuts Max's chain, but Max punches him and drives away with the rig. The 5 women, whom Furiosa rescued, get on the rig. Furiosa tells them to come with her if they value their lives, as Immortan Joe's army is chasing them. Furiosa runs to the rig that Max took. She tells Max that she has set a sequence that will not allow the rig to run without her, so Max has no choice but to let them all get on the rig. They reach a mountain controlled by a gang. Furiosa tells Max she had made a deal with them, but she is not sure if they will let them pass now. She tells the women and Max to hide inside the rig. The gang leader says that Immortan Joe's 3 war parties are chasing them, not just a few people. Furiosa had promised them fuel in exchange for passage. Before she can detach the fuel tanker, she sees Immortan Joe's forces approaching. Max starts the rig and drives away. Furiosa somehow managed to get on the rig. The gang throws a bomb, collapsing a rock and blocking the path for Immortan Joe's army. The gang members are expert bikers and chase Max and Furiosa. Max and Furiosa kill them one by one. But Immortan Joe reaches their rig. He is about to shoot Furiosa when one of the pregnant women stands outside the rig. Immortan Joe cannot fire as the child is his heir. He tries to stop the rig by firing a chain, which gets entangled in their steering wheel. Now they cannot control the rig. Then a pregnant woman steps out and cuts the chain, but before they can control their rig they see a huge stone just in front of the rig. They try to turn the rig but they hit the stone and the door of the rig hits and breaks. The girl who was pregnant was still outside the rig. She tries to get in but her leg getting stuck in the door. As the door breaks, she falls to the ground. Immortan Joe, who is approaching from behind, turns his car to save her, and it flips over. He gets out and sees that the girl is heavily wounded. He screams in agony. Max and Furiosa keep driving. They find the war boy, Nux, who had previously been attached to Max, hiding in the rig. He is distraught, feeling he missed his chance to make Immortan Joe happy and go to paradise. One of the girls comes near him and tries to comfort him, saying he might be destined for something else. She touches his lips and he is calmed. They drive all night, and Max and Furiosa see Immortan Joe's whole clan still following them. Max gets off the rig and places dynamite for Immortan Joe's army on the road and drives away. When the army reaches the dynamite there's a huge blast, and most of the vehicles stop. But one vehicle continues to chase them. Max and Furiosa's rig gets stuck in a swamp. The war boy, Nux, who once wanted to kill them, now wants to help. He suggests tying a chain from the rig to a dead tree to pull it out. As they do this, the last remaining vehicle reaches them and starts firing. But their rig pulls out of the swamp and they drive a little further. Max takes a can of oil and goes towards the enemy vehicle as they have no weapons. A blast is heard, and Furiosa thinks Max is dead, but he is alive. He blew up the vehicle and has brought back their weapons. After driving all night through the desert, Furiosa sees a tower. She recognizes it from her childhood. They reach the tower, and Furiosa says her and her clan's names, as well as her mother's. Many female bikers appear, and Furiosa reunites with her mother. Furiosa tells them she wants to take the 4 women to the green place. But an old woman tells her that the green place is the place they just came from, and it is no longer habitable. Furiosa is heartbroken. They all make a plan to cross the salt flat to find a new home. But Max decides not to go with them, wanting to choose his own path. After they all leave, Max has visions of a little girl, whom he had promised to save in the past but couldn't. This vision makes him go back to Furiosa. He tells her that there is nothing but salt where they are headed. He says they must return to Immortan Joe's citadel, which has water and greenery. If they take it over, everything will be fine. Everyone agrees on this decision. So, they head back to the citadel. Immortan Joe sees them and realizes their plan to take over the citadel while his army is away. He and his men start chasing them. Max and Furiosa kill many of Immortan Joe's soldiers. But Immortan Joe captures one of the 4 women. Furiosa manages to reach Immortan Joe's vehicle and pulls off his mask and kills him. The remaining war boys ram their car into theirs, causing a huge explosion and killing them all. Now Furiosa is very weak, and Max realizes she needs blood. He transfers his blood to her, and she becomes normal. They all reach Immortan Joe's citadel. The soldiers there see Immortan Joe's dead body and rejoice. The people are happy and ask everyone to come up. Water is released, and everyone celebrates. Inside the citadel, the remaining war boys surrender to Furiosa. She is given control of the citadel, where there are machines to extract water and a lot of greenery. As everyone is going up, Furiosa sees Max in the crowd. They look at each other, and Max leaves as his job done. And with this the movie ends. Thank you for watching.